I don't see them now. Oh, okay, they're joining. All right. So it is it's 6 o'clock my time. So 11 a.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. UK time, and other time zones in the world. So again, I'm going to be reading from the Ultimate Guide to Self-Healing, Volume 3. I am Gila Nehemia, and I wrote Chapter 22, Erotic Words, Expressing Sexual Desire to Heal Trauma. So if you have the book, you might want to read along. I will read the entire chapter. So it starts with my story. I returned home after traveling to India with my kids. It had been 7 months since I had last seen my lover. Though I often thought of him, I was reminiscing about our intimate moments. I noticed a text on my phone. It was him. Immediately, I felt a surge of love from my heart as it cracked open wider. It was a light I had never experienced before because it was not only me loving my partner, it was me loving myself. I was enamored and empowered by this new way of being and thinking. I thought of him as I lay on my bed. I felt my hands go down to my yoni. I massaged it and it felt good. I fantasized about us being together in rapturous lovemaking. I told him what I was doing. I expressed myself freely with him, and I let him know what I was really desiring. As we continued to communicate, I felt wet, my body tingled, and my breasts were erect. I was so sexually aroused and happy. I felt so open and free. I'm so astonished at how far I have come in so many senses of the word in the past 3 years since I've known him. The truth is that I have allowed myself to go deep into my inner journey to uncover shadows, fears, and traumas that closed my heart shut for way too long. I was married for over 12 years and lived with my late husband for over 18 years. Though I shared my experiences with him, I did not open my heart. I never felt safe to do so. I did not tell anyone about how I liked to be touched or what I wanted them to do to me. I kept my deepest sexual fantasies to myself until after my late husband died. The inner workings of my heart and soul were locked away for very few to know or see. I had glimpses of people I might share it with, but I kept my deepest feelings to myself. No, it was too risky, I said to myself. I thought I would be judged, and someone would betray me. I decided it was best to walk the status quo line. Little did I realize this line led me nowhere. I felt empty inside, with loads of people around that cared for me. I asked myself, what does caring really mean anyway? My friends asked me to come over, fed my kids and I, and made sure I was playing the game. What if I bucked the system and did my own thing? What if I wrote openly about how I love to be touched lightly and then slightly hard? What if I spoke about dominating my partner in the bedroom and expressing my sensitivity and roughness all at the same time? What if I shared that I like to go to the extremes of my emotions and to reach a depth that I have not yet experienced before? Who would be standing beside me? What if I broke all the gender rules and proper ways of being a woman? What would happen then? 3 years ago, as I lay on the floor, I did not have time to think. As I reeled from yet another destructive, toxic relationship, I decided enough was enough. I had endured enough pain, and I felt so sick from trying to numb it with alcohol and drugs. I read Brene Brown's books, and I heard her talk on vulnerability. I surrendered to God and prayed on my knees to help me and my children heal this deep void I felt in my heart. My children and I experienced domestic violence with my late husband, and I could not bear another disastrous, emotionally manipulative relationship in my life. I decided to take back my sexual power. After taking a self-love course and hiring a coach, I went out dating again with boundaries laid. I jumped in feet first, completely trusting the universe. I met an amazing soul and began spontaneously writing erotic poetry. Only in retrospect did I find out that this was not an experiment, but a deep dive into my fears, pain, and confrontation with my deep, dark shadows of abandonment, rejection, judgment, and shame. My questions all focused on stepping out of my comfort zone and how others would perceive me. I decided instead that I needed to take a stance and love myself on my own terms. Deep down, I desired to express myself honestly, authentically, and boldly. One person was all I needed to support me at the beginning of the journey. To my surprise, this person stood with me in all types of situations, so I felt confident to take more risks with my heart. I shared my vulnerability publicly, released my hidden stories and feelings of shame. As I released the old stories, newer and deeper desires surfaced. I realized I could actually live a life of deep erotic love within myself and with others. Dreams I had as an 8-year-old child resurfaced. I realized I could actually be loved the way I wanted. The caveat is that I had to love myself first, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Eureka! What a concept! I can have unconditional love that I thought was only reserved for the mythical divine love stories. As I healed internally with coaches, mentors, and healers, I found a deep voice inside me, speaking my truth to my partner, family members, friends, communities, and spiritual leaders. Desire, I determined, were messages from my soul. I was meant to live this life in the way I wanted to live it. I could experience deep sexual love and reach spiritual heights. The more I delved into myself, the more my chakras opened. My blockages melted when my partner and I made love. Our lovemaking was tantric, meditative sex that opened my heart, soul, and mind. I realized I had been on this path my entire life. My psychic powers opened up, and so much was revealed to me through dreams, signs in nature, birds, etc. My angels were guiding me to live a life in a completely different paradigm. This poem emerged after one of my encounters with my partner. I was rummaging for something. Suddenly, I felt his body take me from behind. I love surprises. Startled, I felt myself feel him, his smell, his energy, his desire for me. I instinctively gyrated my body next to his. I felt his penis hard against my ass. It excited me. I danced with him. Pleasure raced down my spine. My arms hugged his back. Our bodies fit like pieces of a puzzle. Our hugs were like none other. My body was on fire in minutes, always ready for his embrace, wet in minutes. His mysterious ways awakened my primordial feminine goddess, stimulated my fiery desire by his electric touch. My leggings dropped. My long burgundy boots quickly came off, my body exposed to the cool air. Excited, he took me in just the right spot. All my inhibitions melted away. In those moments, nothing existed but us. We delved deep to a place I didn't fathom. We released together in unison. My heart beat rapidly and opened wider, revealed another layer of myself, of him, of us. So this section is the tool. Number 1, understanding self-pleasure. The first step in this process is to understand what makes you feel good. It could be eating fruit, going out to swim in open water, touching yourself, massaging your body, etc. The key here is to really focus on how you feel when you do a particular activity. What type of emotions do you feel? How does your body feel? Are you fantasizing? Writing down answers to these questions begins to take you on a process of deeper self-discovery. If you feel resistance to giving yourself pleasure, ask yourself, why? What is holding you back? Sometimes we feel guilty when we give ourselves pleasure. Even buying ourselves something nice might not always feel good. Explore why you feel this way. Do you feel like you suppress your pleasure to make others happy? I know I used to do this a lot, and I realized that guilt only made me feel worse about myself. I read books on vulnerability and how to deeply connect to your soul. I would recommend Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown. This book is an excellent start. You might find as you embark on this journey, you uncover deep pain and personal stories that you thought you released. Be compassionate and kind to yourself. This could be a long road to recovery. It is important to take small steps and trust in your unfolding as you heal. I encourage you to join women's groups or share with your close friends what you are going through so that you build a strong support network. As I was beginning this journey, I felt alone. So I began writing on medium.com, where I found others who were going through similar emotions. This really helped me open up my feelings because I felt seen and heard. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. I am here to support you, and I have a number of programs that can assist you in sharing your feelings in a safe, sacred space. Number 2, use words to describe your desires. This step is super fun. Please be aware of your learning style and use it to explore more ways to learn and discover what makes you feel good. Play with words like you're playing a game with yourself or a close friend. Play is so important to building a close relationship, first and foremost with yourself. Write down your deepest desires and do not settle for what you think is possible. Write down your deepest sexual fantasy with all the juicy details. Be open to anything. Do not restrict yourself to what is acceptable according to any gender roles. We are actually light beings. And the more open we are to our deepest desires, the easier the universe can give us what we are seeking. Read or listen to erotic poetry or books to provide you with ideas on possibilities. Listening to songs or podcasts about sexual play can be very arousing, especially if you're an auditory learner. These sounds activate something deep in our bodies. You might find that after writing or listening that your body responds and resonates to something deep in your soul. Sounds activate desires inside, asking more of yourself. If you are a visual learner, reading might give you the visual sensation you need through words, or you might need pictures or movies. All this is fine. Allow yourself to let go of judgment and be enmeshed in how it feels to watch it. If you enjoy it, do more of it, and then write down how it feels. Fantasize about being the star of your own sexy movie, alone and or with your lover. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to dream and be free with your body. Begin dreaming about yourself, then someone else whom you trust, even if nobody comes to mind, such as just an energy. This step is allowing your body to be loved by yourself and another. You are also co-creating a deeply intimate bond with the universe. This bond brings in the energy or person you desire into your life, or it transforms your current relationship to be more loving. These desires might bring up pain, judgment, shame, or other emotions. Be compassionate with yourself and know that everything is permissible. There are no rules, only the rules we set for ourselves. Decide how deeply vulnerable you would like to be with yourself and your partner. Write down how you feel about your body. Number 3. What types of feelings come up when you were doing step 2? Here are some questions that you might want to answer. Do I feel sexier? Am I feeling more self-conscious? Why do I feel this way? Be really honest with yourself about what comes up for you. These are feelings that you are healing and might be blocking you from really enjoying your body and feeling comfortable in your own skin. Intimacy and vulnerability are part of experiencing deep pleasure. The more intimate we are with ourselves, our body, and our feelings, the more deeply intimate we can be with another person. If it is challenging or scary to go to this place, seek guidance, contact me, or look for a local professional who is sex and body positive. Confirm that you check in with your feelings when you meet this person, meaning a person who's guiding you. And be absolutely sure you feel safe and trusting. Your feelings are your GPS, and you can trust them. Many times we do not trust our bodies or our feelings because we feel that our minds are smarter or our egos know better. In actuality, that is far from the truth. Our intuition and bodies tell the truth more accurately than our minds can process. Trust your feelings, live by them. This will also help you to train yourself to rely on your feelings when deciding to go forward in relationships. Remember, the wisdom is within you. You already have the tools. These steps are helping you to trust your inner wisdom and open up spaces and channels within yourself to experience more pleasure and joy. Number 4, touch yourself. How do you feel? Explore massaging yourself with oil after the shower, or massage yourself in the warm shower and take your time. How does it feel? Really experience it in its fullness. If you feel uncomfortable the first time, keep doing it a little more each time. Enjoy the experience. Put on sexy music, light candles, and burn incense. Take a warm bath with rose petals and begin to feel your yoni, vaginal area, or lingam, penis. Play and see what feels good when you touch yourself. Start lightly and see if you desire more force. As you explore, see what turns you on. What do you fantasize about? Does self-play relax you and release stress, sending you feel-good hormone endorphins? I learned a practice called Orgasmic Manifestation. It is a practice that focuses on giving yourself pleasure for a woman in their clitoris and vagina, and also other places, I would add. And for a man in his penis and other places, whatever the erogenous zones are, just as an aside. Fantasize about what you want. It does not have to be intimacy. It could be a new house, a new car, or more private time. When you fantasize about this daily as a practice, as you touch yourself, you manifest miracles. This can also happen between you and your partner. So it can also be during lovemaking. So it's not just pleasuring alone, just as an addition. It really works. I have been doing it since I was 8, and I did not even know it was a practice at that age. The key is that you feel good and you enjoy doing it. This helps you to get to know your body, your likes and dislikes, and you foster a daily practice of inner exploration. Each day after you experience the intimacy of touching yourself, write down and reflect upon it daily for a month. Notice any changes in your thoughts, your choice of clothing, and your feelings about your body, sex, and attraction. Number 5, we're almost at the end, expressing your needs. This is the last step in this practice. After completing steps 1 through 4, write down what you need to build a deep, intimate relationship with yourself first and then another. Do you need touch? Do you need intimate conversations that stimulate your mind, like dirty talk, before being intimate with your partner? Do you need lots of cuddling time and hugging in bed or on the sofa as you sit close to each other to trust and feel safe? Do you need gifts or various exchanges of warm thoughts before even dreaming about intimacy? This step explores your love language and the various nuances that make you unique. It meets your needs and helps you to first express them honestly to yourself before approaching another energy or person. The more clarity you have means the more confidence you will have in expressing your needs. Know that your needs are important for safety, trust, and building strong, secure relationships. So the resources that this is, thank you for listening. Those of you who are listening either live or here in the Zoom call, I really appreciate that. For more resources, you could sign up for my Sacred Erotic newsletter right on my website, gilanehemia.com. When you sign up, you receive an excerpt of 5 pages of my erotic poetry, which will turn you on and connect you to intimately loving and healing your body. There are more resources, especially on my YouTube channel, and I've written, co-authored a variety of books and articles. And I'm inviting you, if you enjoyed this, to sign up for my new course. It's called Words of Seduction. And just as a note, this chapter was like a year in the making. I had already planned this, and when Laura asked me to do it, it was just like divine unfolding. So I was very happy that that I participated in this collaboration, because I got to write about this. And then my course came out. It just came out. It's right in pre-sales at the moment. You can get it for for $67. It'll be live in just a couple of days. So I'm really, really excited. It's a beautiful, beautiful course, and the images are just stunning. And it really gives you the experience, which is what it's all about. This is all about an experience. So if anyone, we have a few minutes. If anyone has any questions, I will, I'll look and see if anyone has any questions. Thank you, Trust Feelings. Yes, thank you so much, everyone who was listening in the group. Thank you, Rana, Lulu, Neelam. Thanks so much. Glad you were listening in. Gail, if you have any questions, please let me know. We just have about 7 minutes. I'm not sure I'm supposed to answer any questions, just to finish the 30 minutes. Okay, so I will put a link into the course right here in the, I'll let you know where that is. It's right on my website, actually, gilanehemia.com, and it's called The Words of Seduction. So my computer is acting a little bit slow at the moment, but I'll just put that in there for any of you who might be interested. Very exciting time. Today is 1/11, and as I said earlier, the new moon is in just tomorrow or the next day. So I'm just excited for all of us. I want to just thank you for being here today and listening in and just participating. I really, really appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy this chapter. Thanks again so much. Have a happy thank you, Gail. Thank you so much. So Gail says, thank you, Gila brought up brought up so much around exploring all my needs and more. Thank you, Gail, for being here and coming into the Zoom call. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Namaste, Shanti, Shalom.